YouTube, welcome to my channel. I am like slowly trying to get this like focusing situation happen. So if I'm out of focus, just watch this small. You know what I'm saying? Like watch this on a device, you know? Don't like airplay this video. Okay, so I'm here to talk about episode 1 of The Bachelorette starring Becca. Now Becca went through it because like Becca and Ari, you know, like on Ari's season, which I didn't watch because I knew that he was a tool from like the way that his face was, and I wasn't gonna subscribe to like 5 hours a week of watching that. But he picks Becca and then is like, oh Becca, I like feel like I don't want to like give up what could happen over here, and then he just leaves Becca and like goes to the other girl. Who knows what her name is? She's not the Bachelorette, you know what I'm saying? Non-Bachelorette. So now we're on Becca's season, and Becca is like, they're trying to bill us as like Becca's the girl next door. Their way of saying like girl next door just means like she has brown hair and she isn't like model in the face, but she's totally fine and can string a sentence together and just seems chill. This girl looks like the girl you could see her at a bar. You know, she's at the bar the closest to your house right now, like that type of girl. Maybe not like with all of the like accoutrements and like the geode rings and like the stylings that they do and like the little bit of Botox that made every Bachelorette get. I'm not joking. Like look at Caitlyn, look at JoJo, like look at them on the season, and the minute those girls were Bachelorette, it was like dee 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 beep beep soups. So in the beginning part of the episode, it's like all the Bachelorettes come and give advice, you know, and like Rachel's the most talkative. JoJo says some words. Caitlyn basically says absolutely nothing the whole time. I think like Caitlyn doesn't want to talk unless it's about Caitlyn. You know what I'm saying? I respect that. And then it's like this whole thing like we're gonna sage the house, and it's like you don't have a jungle of sage enough to burn the shit that's been done in that house away. I mean that house,
it's seen everything. I mean, it has heard everything. And everything has been smeared on the walls.
A little bundle of sage isn't gonna do it. Okay honey, so then it gets to like a meeting time, and Becca puts on like a really beautiful dress. Like I am very into this dress. It is like pearl beaded gorge. I feel like sometimes a racerback betrays a fancy dress. I feel like it just screams like swim match. Get the fucking chlorine out of my ear, you know what I'm saying? Like she gonna get an ear infection. So like that's a racerback. It's not even a bikini, but it's like a sports bathing suit. Maybe I'm also being like low-key a little judgmental because like I have such big boobs, like I can never just wear that. Like I can't just wear like a racerback gown, you know, unless someone's gonna like sew things in. Maybe this is my envy talking, but I still don't like it.
I still feel like they should change it. In post. They should have changed it in post.
Okay, so they start coming out of the goddamn limo. So there's like this one blonde male model who's like kind of like a broke down dean. He also like really thinks highly of himself and his fashion. He like comes on in with like fancy shoes and tries to like tap dance like Savion Glover his way into this. Then there's Joe. Joe's from Chicago. He owns a market. He says he's 32, he looks 47. I don't know about Joe. When I look at Joe's face, I knew that like he had done some shit in the past. Like he has baby mamas, you know, that are dead. I mean, that's horrible to say.
I'm just saying that I think that he did stuff. I mean, I'm just saying that I could see how that could happen.
Maybe Becca did too. Then Jean Blanc comes out of the limo, who is like this like nice guy from some French-owned island, and then he's like, I'm gonna teach you French, and then he literally says in the most American accent like French words. And by the way, the phrase he's trying to say is like, let's get it on. I don't even know what the fuck. Did I watch this show? Maybe not. Oh, the French is like, let's do the damn thing. He says something like baton les shoes or something.
Okay, like I don't speak French, so like literally the only French thing I can say is je ne parle pas français, which is I don't speak French. But let's just say I was like,
I'm gonna teach you how to speak French. This is the French I'm gonna teach you how to speak. Je ne parle pas français. You'd be like, you don't speak French.
Right? Try to teach me French. You obviously don't speak it. I mean, that's not a French accent. I know one. I mean, I'm not dumb. You know, I know what a French accent sounds like. That ain't one, you know? You can, like, beguile me with your name being French, but you can't, like, charm my ears. They know what's happening.
then the let's do the damn thing like becomes like the phrase of the night, because like these people, they have like one track minds, and you know, it isn't like a comedian's mind that's like always going. It's like they latch onto something, and so it becomes let's do the damn thing. Which is like low-key how I feel about every rose ceremony. Like, let's do the damn thing, you know? There's like 2 football players. Colton's one of them. He's like the one that has a cystic fibrosis foundation. Also one that would like wear a crushed velvet kind of vest on occasion in his own time. That's a choice that he makes. Then like, it's so sad because like Colton comes out and then like Becca's like, oh, he's hot. And then like Grant comes out and looks kind of like Colton. And then like, who's Grant? You look just like that person that just came out of the limo. We have no idea. Do you play football? Do you have a cystic fibrosis foundation, Grant? No, you don't. Bye, Grant, you know. Then Clay comes, and Clay's the other football player, and it's like, I really want to get them to like talk about this NFL situation. There's a guy named John that comes out, and he says like that Becca is comforting. The sight of her comforting. That's like not a hot and sexy thing to say to a woman. Comforting is like your grandma. Like, comforting is a gravity blanket. You know, like, comforting is like your girlfriend of like 2 years when you like come home and you like had a long day at work and you like got someone just has a Vespa and making it known. All right, you got a scooter. Scoot away.
What the hell was I saying?
Yeah, comforting is like you've had a girlfriend for 2 years, you've had a long day at work, like that you come home and cuddle on the couch and that's your comforting girlfriend. Like seeing someone for the first time in a beaded gown isn't like comforting. You know, it's supposed to be like, I wanna fuck you. Or like, yes.
Or like, boing.
Boner alert. You know, it's not like
A down pillow.
Then a guy named Nick comes in pretending to be a race car driver, but he's not. He's a lawyer. And that's why he lied. One guy comes in with like a man bun, like the man bun you think it's gonna be like messy and like curly, he takes it down. And then one guy, Mike, comes in with a man bun, and his man bun is like way more like New York City ballet bun. Like very swept back and tight, you know, like he's about to do some footés. I've always wanted to do footés. Then this guy named Jarrett pulls up in an SUV with child seats in the back. And I'm like, if that was a woman that did that, if like this was an episode of Bachelor and like a woman did that, I mean, first of all, she'd be like the laughing stock. And the second thing is like immediately after there'd be like a 21-20 hold, she'd be committed. Then some guy named Jake comes that she like hung out with in Minneapolis.
I cannot, fuck. Minneapolis? Minneapolis. Fuck. Minneapolis.
I'm just not gonna say it again.
She is not into it, and I agree with her because she's like, if you wanted to date me, you had like all the chances back where we lived in the same place. And he's like, well, he saw me that one time at a Christmas party, and she's like, I have seen you all over the place, and I've never been impressed. Ugh, I love it. Okay, so then the comforting guy, the guy that's like, you're comforting, like also invented Venmo. That's the thing that we learn, and then we realize that why that person is on the show because of the Venmo aspect. It was like an interesting nugget that some producer was like, it's enough, it's enough. Okay, so then the drama of the night happens where this guy named Chase, who like, you can't trust that person at all, gets like called out by this guy named Chris R, and Chris R looks like Perez Hilton post weight loss. If Perez Hilton lost all the weight he did and then just like never worked out. I mean, that's what that person looks like. And like Chris R, I guess, gets some text from Chase's ex, and Chase's ex is like, he isn't here for the right reasons, honey. And that is the magical phrase, not here for the right reasons. It happens almost every season. It was a little bit like a shocker to happen in like first episode, but you know, like they gotta like take things up a notch in the most dramatic season ever, you know, I don't know. Going back to that guy that she knows, and they had like the conversation with Jake, and he's like, you know, I've had a really transformative year. And that's like why she should be with him or give him a chance. And all that means is that you were just acknowledging that you were like really shitty before. And I know this because I've had a very transformative year. I had a crazy transformative year. So like, I know that like that just means that like I was depressed and shitty before, and now I'm like somewhat better, but I'm on a road and it's not there yet, you know? Like, you gotta like, once you have a transformative year, you need like a whole other year to like digest that year. Because then like all this shit happens that you're like, oh, I'm a new person, so things happen, and then you gotta like digest and marinate with all of that, and then after that year, are you really truly different? Who knows? I'm like, this is what I'm saying to myself. One guy named Ryan is just wearing a jacket. It looks like Mary Poppins tapestry bag. There's a chicken there. The man dressed as a chicken. There was also a guy that drove in a hearse. He like jumped out of the hearse at the back like, I'm alive! I think he got the first impression rose. I think his name is Garrett. Okay, so if it is the same person, and like you can see, I really paid a lot of attention. Garrett also has been tweeting, you know, like they went back in that person's history, and like that person like tweeted like, or liked tweets that were like anti-liberal women and anti like gun control, or I don't even like, where this person was like outed as being like right wing. Well, the whole beginning of the episode with the girls, it was like JoJo and Rachel and all of them were like, oh, by the way, side note, like whoever you give your first impression rose to and kiss the night of, that's who you're gonna pick. That's what we all did. So like that's what she does. This guy who like brought in a hearse, who like is Republican. But here's the thing, this is the Bachelorette. Like, let's remember, like, when Ben Higgins ran for office, it wasn't a blue ticket he was running on. You know what I'm saying? And you didn't have to like look twice at Lauren's face to realize that she was not a pussy grabs back kind of girl, honey. Once you grab Lauren's pussy, that pussy's in that hand for the rest of that girl's life. My favorite part of the episodes are when the guys are judging their looks based on the other guys in like in the house. Like that's the best part, right? Because like that's what females do, or are forced to do all the time. And in this certain instance, it's like so great to just like watch these guys be like, it's also really interesting to hear the guys, the ones that think they are hot, because they're not. They're usually not. I mean, that male model is not hot. Colton's hot. And Colton, you know, is running a cystic fibrosis charity. He isn't trying to model. That's all I have to say. It looks like a very crazy season, and I'm excited to see her laugh and cry and fall in love. I really am, as she tours the world. What a life. Thank you so much for watching. My name is Chris. Go ahead and subscribe to my channel, and if you don't, please follow me on social media networks because I have no followers at all. Please, like, please follow me, please. Subscribe and please follow me. Oh my God, please. Okay, but subscribe and follow me. Okay, thank you so much. Bye.